Nation.
Let's go.
Let's go. One day until early signing day. This is DNVR Buffs Primetime. We are presented by Prize Picks. Daily fantasy sports made easy. Use promo code DNVR for a first deposit match up to $100. What's the mood one day out from early signing day?
Oh, man. The mood is let's get this show on the road. Obviously you're always sitting back waiting to see what's Coach Prime going to do. But maybe even more importantly, let's just get the guys that we got in here. Let's get them signed, and let's get to work. I think that's my main feeling is okay, I'm tired of feeling like I'm hanging on. Mm-hmm. Let's get it inked.
We will get to Flip Watch. We'll do a portal update. But yesterday, right after the show ended, Chidozie Nwankwo becomes a Buff.
You changed up the pronunciation on me.
I'm on the Houston website, and I see it right in front of me.
Okay.
Chidozie Nwankwo.
Chidozie
Nwankwo. Yes.
Nwankwo.
Nwankwo.
Chidozie Nwankwo.
Yes.
All right. Let's go. I'm still going to wait till we talk to him personally to find out.
It's right here, bro, if you want to read it.
I've seen some bad pronunciation guides before is all I'm saying.
I mean, true.
So...
someone added me today. It said it's Chidozie.
Okay. You're just trusting anyone who adds you?
It matches up with this pronunciation.
I'm just kidding. Big one, man.
Yeah.
He's
fire
fun.
hydrant.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. He's just so stout. Mm-hmm. I don't know really how else to put it other than he's built in a unique way. And he's obviously, 295 pounds, almost 300 pounds. He's wide.
Yep.
But he isn't the tallest guy in the world for sure. Mm-hmm. It kind of, when you watch his tape, he kind of uses that to his advantage.
Leverage, bro.
Yeah, it's not often that you see these big guys in the middle able to get underneath the pad level. Mm-hmm. But when he's shedding blocks and stuff, he really uses that lower center of gravity to his advantage. And I love it.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Only listed at 5'11", 295. On the Houston website, it says the player he looks up to is Ed Oliver, a former Houston Cougar himself.
Yeah.
Also kind of undersized when he was in college and just a beast. He's a game wrecker.
He eats for my Madden team.
Does he? Still?
Just killing it.
What is he, in year 18 now?
No, bro. We're only in year 3, so we're only 2 years ahead of current times.
Chidozie was actually a state champion wrestler as well. And that kind of comes through on the tape when you look at how he plays, just very square, knows how to use his size or lack thereof to his advantage in leverage.
I mean, he looks like a lot of times, especially in his highlights, he looks like he's doing just those drills, You get your hands up, shed it. Yep. And he's just one after another. Boom, shed, boom, shed. The only thing where that height can really work against you is being able to see what's going on.
Yeah.
When you see a Chris Jones, for example,
right,
who's just like a tower. Well, what he's able to do is he's taking on the block, and then he can just watch what's happening. He can just watch the play, and then go whichever way he needs to go. So that comes up a little bit for him, but in the end, this is, I think, an underrated
for sure
transfer.
Yeah.
He's a beast in there.
He has been very productive at Houston. He's played the last 4 years, played in 41 career games, 95 total tackles, 25 of those came last year, 13 total TFLs, 5 of those came last year, 5 total sacks, 1 of those came last year. Maybe you'd want to see more TFLs and sacks, but this guy plays nose tackle. When I say fire hydrant, he is able to actually play the 0 or the 1 technique at that size and at a pretty good level.
And who knows what, an offseason with Coach Mo could do for him.
Exactly. And then just working with Sal and Sap.
Yeah. Sal and Sap. That's quite the team. It's funny because he did his Instagram video with Coach Prime.
Yep.
And there was conflicting reports. Some people heard him say at the end, Sal can't wait to get working with you. Some people heard him say Sap can't wait to get working with you. And it's kind of one of those what was it? Green Needle or
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, remember there was that audio file that depending on who heard it. They heard two different things.
Wasn't it Yanni and?
Oh, that was the first one. Yep.
Yeah.
Then there was another one that was like wavelength and green needle or something.
I haven't heard that one. I just know the blue dress and the Yanni and like some
This is like the
L
third
name. Laurel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Yanni or Laurel. This was like the third in that line. Anyways, super excited for him, and I'm still excited to see like what is Warren Sapp's role. He obviously is going to be working alongside Coach Sal, but I just can't like. Can you imagine what these practice clips from Well Off are going to look like when Warren Sapp's working with these guys?
I can't wait. I mean, you're going to have to be able to bring it if you're going to be in this D-line room.
Brainstorm and Green Needle.
Ah. Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm going to have to get on that. Sean knows about Yanni and Laurel. Not all good news yesterday, though. Matthew Bedford flipped. Of course he's going to Oregon.
Yep. Best of luck. Salute. It happens.
It does.
When in talking about recruiting, flip happens. And sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it. You wish him the best of luck. I believe he was the fourth highest rated of the 7 offensive linemen the Buffs have brought in, so it's not like a death blow to the class by any stretch of the mind. But it's one of those things where we liked him. We watched his tape from Indiana. It was impressive. He was really versatile, which would have been nice, almost like your college version of like a swing tackle at worst.
Yep.
But there you go, Oregon. You got one.
Yeah, congrats. But yeah, as you said, the Buffs...
I did have a good time going back, reading the comments from when he committed to the Buffs and finding Oregon fans trying to degrade him.
Yep.
That was fun.
They're still out there like crazy. Tennessee fans have been coming on strong too recently too.
Tennessee fans are digging their own grave by trying to talk shit on our weather. Well, it's 30.
That was crazy.
It's 37 degrees in Tennessee right now in Knoxville, and here in glorious Denver, Colorado, it is 66 degrees today. I should have worn shorts just to make a point.
I don't even know why I'm wearing this. I put it on because I just figured it was December, and then I walked outside, and it's like, oh, wow.
Meanwhile, you guys know I hate fans, and there are so many fans going in this room right now. It's driving me insane.
You'll survive. You'll survive. But yeah, as you said, he was the 4th best offensive lineman that the Buffs brought in. They still have the number 1, number 6, and number 8 interior O linemen who are in the portal, and the number 12. So we'll talk about some guys in the next segment here. I'm sure they're not done on the offensive line. I think, losing Bedford, you kind of want to bring at least one more in, maybe a few more anyways.
Yep.
Just being the plan. But it is what it is. Any thoughts on just how it happened? Like just what we're going through right now, where it's literally the wild, wild west. Commitments don't mean anything for transfer guys.
And they don't, like someone said, when is transfer signing day? There isn't one.
There isn't one, yeah.
You're not really tied to the school until you enroll in a class.
Yep.
And actually, like, go to the class. So that's not till, what, a couple weeks into January?
I can't. Someone told me on when the semester starts. I can't remember, though.
I would assume January 7th?
Something like that, yeah.
Sometime around there. So I guess it'd be 8th because I think 7th is a Sunday. Man. I mean, this is what you do. And the problem is there's always someone around the corner looking to negatively recruit you. And of course, Stan Lanning, being the low life that he is always looking for a reason to say something bad about Coach Prime. And I think what they probably told Bedford is, look at all these guys they brought in, and they have Tyler Brown that they like, and all this stuff. Like, well, why would you go there? Like, you're probably not even going to start. Or did they promise you you're going to start? And like, obviously, Coach Prime doesn't promise anything. And they're like, well, we'll promise you can start. And they probably just lying to him.
No, he's still going to be in the Big Ten.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see how he does this year. All right, let's get to some flip and portal targets. But first, a shout out to our friends at Circa. Circa Resort and Casino is one of the best places out there in Vegas. It's my new favorite resort out there. We always have a ton of fun when DNVR makes it out to Vegas. It's got a 7,000 square foot casino. It's absolutely beautiful. 2 floors as well. The resort has over 500 luxury rooms. If you're heading out to Vegas for Broncos, Raiders, Avs, Knights, Pac-12, or a Mountain West alum, you can book your stay with code DNVR20 for 20% off. Also, download the Circa Sportsbook app that's available in Colorado. Download the app at circasports.com. Circa Sports bets can only be made while physically located in the state of Colorado. Must be 21 or older. All rights reserved. Circa Sports Colorado encourages you to gamble responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgamblingcolorado.org.
Also, shout out to friends over at Breckenridge Distillery. If you're in the area, you can go to BreckenridgeDistillery.com for home delivery of their award-winning spirits, and they have delicious, smooth bourbon, which I happen to love. And so get over to BreckenridgeDistillery.com, check out their award-winning spirits, and get you either some of their bourbon, some of their vodka, some of that espresso vodka. If you like to make an at-home espresso martini, check out our friends over at Breckenridge Distillery. And shout out to the Denver Outlaws, the 3-time, I believe, champion Denver Outlaws, who sent me this T-shirt. And so they deserve some love.
Shout out to them.
That is the Premier Lacrosse League.
Lacrosse is an underrated sport.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy, laxing it up with the bros, spooning it, whatever they call it.
I don't know what they call it. That's on you, bro.
Going to Cradle City, bro.
Oh, man. The hand motion just ties it all together right there.
My only complaint about lacrosse is the games are really long.
They do take forever, and the score's like 23-25 sometimes. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah, I used to go just support the bros. And I'd be like, man, these games are long. Like, I feel like each game, it lasts like 3.5 hours.
Are you making fun of lacrosse bros?
No, I'm not making fun. I'm pro lacrosse bros.
All right, let's get to some flip targets. Coach Prime has to have some tricks up his sleeve, right? Like, what do we set the over-under at? 0.5 or 1.5 for a flip?
I feel like that wasn't even that much of a pause moment.
Oh, man, we can't spend more time on this. It was the hand motion that did it all.
That's just cradling, bro.
Oh, my God. 0.5 or 1.5? What do we set the over-under for flips?
1.5.
So you're guaranteeing 1.
I'm not guaranteeing 1. I'm just setting the line. But I am confident. I am pro spooning. I'm confident that Coach Prime is going to be able to make a move here and do something. Like, Coach Prime is very aware of narratives and what people are saying and branding, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's your brand that you always flip a big recruit on signing day,
yeah,
that's a positive thing for your image.
Yep.
So he knows that, that he's trying to set that up because he knows that works in his favor long term.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to help the Buffs win at the same time. So even if they got a commitment like last week, a silent commitment from a guy, they're going to set it up to be like, hey, you should flip on signing day because that'll, it'll make a big splash.
Yep. All right, first guy we're going to start with, and who else other than Boo Carter?
It feels like it's not happening.
So he has, actually, it says on his 247 Sports page, says he's enrolled at Tennessee. He already did one practice with them because they're going through bowl practices.
Okay, that sounds like that's over.
So he's done, it sounds like. Gage Ginther, same thing. We talked about him a lot, the interior offensive lineman out here.
Yep.
May have been out already because it could have been Bill O'Boyle, who was his primary recruiter here. So next guy, Jaquan McRoy.
This is one that I could see happening. There are theories out there that the reason Dan Lanning went so hard after Matthew Bedford was because Colorado just pulled one out from under him. I don't know if that's the case, but the narratives certainly line up.
Yeah.
And I think that's exciting. The one thing I'll say is his big thing at Colorado and why he came in to visit Colorado was because he wants to play right away.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I don't know if he's supposed to play right away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a knock on him at all. But like it's few and far between who play as a true freshman.
And they're usually 5 stars like Jordan Seaton.
Yes. I'm not saying he can't do it. I just don't know if it's the best for either side or wherever he ends up for him to play right away. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work out.
I mean, it's obvious CU wants offensive line help today, right away. Like, you need to play soon. I mean, to build this program up, you are going to need offensive line commits, and you're going to need to develop them through the program and stuff. So they will get there, I think, at a certain point. But in terms of this year, and when you have a Shedeur and a Travis Hunter who have one more year, basically, you need guys today who can suit up and play tomorrow.
Which is, I think, why they literally went all in on Jordan Seaton when it came to freshman recruiting, because it was like, this is the best of all worlds. Mm-hmm. It's a rare case where you're like, we're going to get the best guy for right now and for later.
Yeah.
It was kind of a perfect scenario for them. Obviously, people are, he's kind of teasing everyone today, which I guess it's just the world you live in when you recruit with the big boys. But it's, this was a huge recruiting win for them.
Yep. Next guy.
Do you have any takes on
what?
Jordan Seaton?
What he's doing? I said it yesterday. He likes to play it up. That's what these 5 stars like to do. They like to have fun with it.
You've got Charles Lester.
Yeah, it's what they do.
National letter arrived, but to what school? It's like, bro, aren't you committed to Florida State?
By the way, the Travis Hunter video from 2 years ago came across my timeline yesterday. And it's just crazy to think that moment down the line led him to CU, basically.
Yep. It's crazy to think, like, if they had gotten Travis Hunter, would Florida State be in the national champion or be in the playoff right now?
Yeah.
It just changes the whole trajectory.
No joke.
Maybe he's open on that play and Jordan Travis doesn't have to run.
Right. All right, next guy. Another Seminole commit. KJ Bolden. 5-star safety, one of the best players in the nation, ranked the #1 safety on the 247 Sports Composite, 14th overall player. Can you guess where he's from, Ryan, and why I'm bringing him up?
Fort Lauderdale.
Buford, Georgia.
Oh.
I think Dre was on the show last week or the week before when we were talking about Charles Kelly and him going down to Buford and offering like 5 or 6 guys.
Yeah.
Do you really think that he was there and didn't speak a word to KJ Bolden?
No, I don't think that at all.
He's a safety.
Yeah, and isn't he teammates with King Joseph?
Is King Joseph a Buford guy?
I feel like there's someone he's teammates with that was like, it could be all flipped at once.
There's a ton of kids from Buford.
What Dylan Raiola, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Buford is killing it.
They're legit.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, for me, I think this could be one of the most impactful potential flips in terms of making a splash, grabbing headlines, and you're also getting a great player. And we know that Charles Kelly was down there like a week or 2 ago, and he puts in work. He's one of the best recruiters in the country.
I mean, that dude recruiting safety should be like shooting fish in a barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's worked with Derwin James.
Yep.
Who else?
I mean, all these Alabama guys that have come through.
Yep, exactly. So, stay tuned.
Speaking of Alabama, Jeremiah Beeman, 2024 4-star, 70th overall player, 11th overall defensive lineman, 6'4", 265, out of Birmingham, Alabama. He's been committed to the Tide since May. He came on a visit to CU during the season, and then we had the Cam Silman Craig, a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like on campus.
Yeah, just hanging out at Cam's house.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Certainly one to keep an eye on. By the way, you know who else went to Buford?
Who?
Alejandro Mata.
Did he really?
Yes.
No way.
Yes. So shout out to the chat for tipping me off on that one. That one is like that little Instagram sequence has like silent flip written all over.
Oh
it,
yeah.
right? And maybe it's just those two are friends and they both had a free weekend and he came to hang out. But
Cam's from Birmingham, right?
yes, he is.
So then they definitely go back, I'm sure.
For sure. But that being said, like that probably means that if he was coming out for a secret official visit, he would have stayed with Cam, hung out with Cam. So you never know.
Last guy I got.
And I have one.
Oh, you okay? This guy visited during the season. It's not listed as an official visit on 247 Sports, but Nasir Johnson. He's out of Dublin, Georgia, 149th overall player, 21st D-line, 247 Sports composite 4-star, 6'4.5", 300 pounds.
Really quick, the chat is saying Cam was at Beeman's spot in Bama, not the other way around. I feel like there was like Buffs gear in the picture or something, or like on the wall.
I thought it looked like the Champions Center from what I remember. I haven't seen the picture in a while, but
anyways,
he was committed to Nasir Johnson was committed to Florida when he came to see you on that visit. He has since flipped his commitment to Georgia. That was on November 15th. But another guy who came into the Champions Center, we know that already.
Yep.
We need defensive linemen. He's one of the top in the country.
Man, this would be the place to pull one out is on the defensive line, right? You got Seaton, you got your 5-star offensive lineman. Can you make some noise on the defensive line with a last-second flip? Obviously, Coach Prime, known for the corner flips. It was Charles Lesser and then Ellis Robinson. Is that the other one? His name hasn't been brought up at all.
No, he's been locked in with Georgia for a minute.
Yep. And then this one has just randomly been percolating through the interwebs today.
Okay.
LJ McCray.
All right.
6'6", 260-pound defensive lineman from notably Daytona Beach, Florida. 5-star, 98 composite rating, and is committed to Florida right now. But Florida,
man, they're
kind of coming apart at the seams.
Yeah, shaky ground out there.
Did you see who flipped from Florida yesterday? Some big recruit flipped from Florida yesterday. I think
there's been quite a few. And someone flipped from Miami, all this stuff.
The quote on the Hayes Fawcett graphic was like, "God told me to do it," or something like that. Someone quote tweeted it was like, "Damn, Billy Napier's getting negatively recruited by God."
At least we don't have that going on down here. I'm trying to find who it is. I don't know.
By the way, there was a quote from the one and only Coach Prime.
Xavier Filisami, safety, Florida to Texas.
He's the one, yeah.
Yep.
Is he the one who...
It was God who told me.
Billy Napier getting negatively recruited by God. Coach Prime did a Zoom call with the Associated Press yesterday.
Yeah.
And Scott Proctor.
Yep, shout out to him. We met him.
Oh, okay. Let me look at his picture really quick. Oh, yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
He tweeted, teaser from Coach Prime ahead of Wednesday's early signing days. I mean, you can see what we've done in the portal, and you're going to see on Wednesday what we've done in high school. You may see a surprise or two that you're going to say, quote, wow, they're building something special.
As if we didn't know that already, but let's go.
Coach Prime doesn't usually say those things and then not deliver.
No. I think you're, from what you said at the beginning of the segment, spot on. They probably got a silent commitment at some point and told them, all right, just do it on signing day.
Yep. He also said, this is just like good stuff to file away, almost exactly what I said yesterday. We're on to linebackers and a couple more DBs, and we can call it a day in terms of the transfer portal.
Yep.
So I said linebacker is pretty much the spot. Coach Prime's always going to load up on DBs. So there you go. You may see a surprise or two that you're going to say, wow, they're building something special. You might want to put that on a quote graphic, actually.
All right. Let's talk about the portal then. I have, looks like 10 guys again. A few of them we've talked about before many times, and that's where we start. Samuel Okunlola, the Pitt defensive lineman edge. CU offered him very, very early in the process. He entered the portal on December 4th. He took an official visit to Florida State the weekend after, but he has not yet committed. He has a 4-star transfer rating. He's rated the 4th overall defensive lineman in the portal. We'll see. I don't think he played too much this last year. I think he played in every game, actually. Only 18 tackles, 6 TFLs, 5 sacks. So pretty decent production. Looking like he was just a rotational player there. So, and then how about Chidozie Nwankwo's teammate, Jamari Caldwell?
Ooh.
He is a 4-star transfer rated D lineman, 6'1", 325.
Yes, please.
I think he may have earned Big 12 honors, all Big 12 honors this last year. 26 total tackles, 8.5 TFLs, 6.5 sacks.
8.5 TFLs? Let's go.
Yeah. 1 forced fumble and another blocked kick as well. Another big body, though, so we'll see. And then just today, Texas Longhorns defensive lineman Christopher Ross entered the portal. He got hurt early in the year. He was a very highly coveted 2022 recruit. He hurt his elbow, was carted off the field. Shortly after that, was removed from the roster. But he's officially entered the portal today.
Who is this?
Christopher Ross.
Okay.
Christopher with a K.
Okay.
But he was a 2022 4-star recruit, top 300 player from Houston, Texas. And then, I don't know if you saw this yesterday. Remember Clay Patterson, the Yale defensive lineman?
Yes.
He committed to Illinois, I believe. Decommitted yesterday.
He's on the board.
Yeah, his decommitment looked he did the Notes app thing. I swear to God, I thought he copied Matthew Bedford's thing and put it. It was almost identical.
Oh,
it's
my
crazy.
God. At least it wasn't a poem.
No, we'll get to that.
Do you want some breaking news that will affect me and you a long time from now?
Okay.
So it's like breaking news, but kind of the opposite of breaking news. Because it's not relevant to the right now at all. Colorado has added 5 games to their future non-conference schedule.
Oh.
Per Brian Howell.
Oh.
September 6th, 2025, Delaware.
All right, scheduling dubs. Love it.
Can you name their mascot?
Yeah, they're the hens.
Blue Hens.
Blue Hens. That's where Joe Flacco's from.
Joe Flacco. September 12th, 2026, against Weber State.
Another dub.
Theirs?
Weber State. That's the Utah school, right?
I think it is in Utah, yeah.
I don't know it.
I'm thinking some sort of cat.
Wait, so you don't know? I think you're right, though.
Weber State Wildcats.
Hold on. Yep, Wildcats.
Ooh,
well done.
God, I'm good. September 18th, 2027, Northern Illinois.
The Huskies.
Got it. And then these last 2 should be easy. September 16th, 2028, and September 13th, 2031, the DNVR Buffs Podcast grudge match. Colorado taking on Northern Colorado, home of Alyssa Marie.
Oh, no.
So there you go. Buffs opting for, knock on wood,
for
freebies.
dubs. Yeah. Yes, that's what you should do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep, I actually would much rather do this. Our previous athletic director was doing some wild shit.
Yeah.
He's like, let's schedule Ohio State at the shoe on the road. It's like, what are we doing? Give me Hawaii at Hawaii, week 0. Like, are you insane?
Yeah.
Give me Weber State all the time.
Yes. Let's go. I love that. Few more guys for you.
By the way, it's UNC Bears for anyone who needed that paid off.
Yes. CU just beat them in basketball.
Sure did. Last time UNC came to Colorado, you had Luke McCaffrey, a McCaffrey child, throwing a clipboard at a fan.
Really?
Yes.
I think Luke McCaffrey, is that the former Michigan kid?
I don't know. He became the offensive coordinator under Ed McCaffrey at Northern Colorado. The fans were heckling him for having too tight of pants, and he threw his clipboard at them.
Jesus. I think it was Dylan, actually, who was at Michigan.
It is pronounced Weber State. Home of Damian Lillard.
Really?
Yes.
Damn. Derek Harmon's the next guy we're talking about. Michigan State defensive lineman, 6'5", 320. He's listed as a 4-star transfer. The number 1 defensive tackle in the portal still.
Who's this?
Derek Harmon, former Michigan State Spartan.
Okay.
Entered the portal on December 4th. He's already taken official visits to Auburn, Ohio State, and Oregon. Has not committed.
Okay.
Chase Basantis is still out there.
Yes.
The true freshman right tackle for the Texas A&M Aggies. Was a very highly coveted recruit, ranked the number 2 offensive tackle in the portal right now.
Wow. I just don't know if Chase is a good name for an offensive lineman. You just don't want to be chasing.
Yeah, you don't really want him running too fast,
No.
actually. That means bad things are happening. He hasn't taken any official visits according to 247.
Okay. Is he just doing the old better pay me my money?
Could be.
Stewie Griffin?
I don't think anyone's gone back to A&M yet.
I don't know.
The only Oklahoma lineman left in the portal is Savion Byrd. 6'5", 296. I think he plays guard. He was a 2021 4-star recruit. He's rated a 4-star transfer. He's still out there. Xavier Sorry, 6'3", 220, inside linebacker from Georgia.
Sorry, not sorry.
My God. He played in 11 games last year, made 2 starts. A few Georgia linebackers have entered the portal. One of them with the hyphenated name, I think, is going on an official visit this weekend to another SEC school. Can't remember his name exactly.
Okay.
2 more for you. How about this one?
Chase Summers said, "My name is Chase. RK's out of control." Chase Summers is basically the story of my life. Chase Summers. That's all.
You were on a roll with your puns today. My God.
I'm just saying I don't want my right tackle chasing anyone.
You're right, though. Maybe we can put out a vague emoji today. The reason I say
you put out
this-
a vague GIF.
Well, I was quote tweeting Justin Mayers, and I assume he was talking about this guy,
Oh,
Stephen Hubbard, former left tackle at UTEP, has entered the portal today.
damn.
6'3", 314 from Houston, Texas. I believe he was a JUCO recruit. Came in 2020. He's been a junior for 3 seasons, but I'm assuming he's a graduate transfer.
Someone just keeps commenting. Where was the AP quote? It was from. Let me find it again.
Scott Proctor, right?
Scott Proctor on Twitter, which is SCOTTPROCTER _.
Final guy, Reed Carrico, was an inside linebacker at Ohio State, was a highly rated recruit in the 2021 class. He does not have a transfer rating right now. I don't think he's played too much at Ohio State in his career. So there's some linebackers, there's a few tackles, there's some defensive linemen for you to look out for.
All right.
Hestra Job gloves. Don't you just love your Hestra Job gloves?
I honestly do. They're easily the most comfortable gloves I've ever worn.
They're the best. It's a beautiful day out here, but you guys know the cold is coming out here. The cold and snow is coming out here in Denver. Make sure you're prepared with your Hestra Job gloves to take on the cold if you've got work to do or if you're just out there at a tailgate hanging out and you need to keep your hands warm while you got a beer in your hand. Check them out. Extremely warm, comfortable, well-built gloves. Just get shit done with them. Visit hestrajob.us. Use code DNVR40 to get 40% off your next purchase now through December 23rd. That is a crazy deal. 40% off. And anyone looking to supply their team with high-quality work gloves at a bulk rate can email Josh Jacobson at josh@hestrausa.com.
Also, shout out to MSU Denver. Got several of the DNVR family go and get their education at MSU Denver. If you're looking to further your education and get a college degree and you want to stay right here in the unbelievable city of Denver, Colorado, MSU Denver is a great option for you. Go to msudenver.edu to check out their 90-plus majors and 10-plus graduate programs with courses online, in person, or both. That's msudenver.edu.
All right, you wanted to talk about Big 12 recruiting. As it stands right now, CU is the top-ranked overall recruiting class. That's transfers and recruits in the Big 12 with 24 commits. They have the most 4-stars in the Big 12 coming in. Again, transfers and recruits.
I think check out UCF because they have a lot too.
Oh, so they're tied, 9.
Okay.
They have the highest average recruit ranking at 89.61 and the highest total points at 252.21.
So what you're saying is Colorado is winning the recruiting battle in the Big 12.
Clearly, yes.
Something that I guess we just don't have Big 12 haters yet because you've got Oregon fans and Colorado State fans and like Oklahoma and USC fans trying to point out that Colorado's recruiting classes in the 50s. But we've talked about this before. The goal was never quantity in the classes. And go look at the classes who are like the best just classes in the Big 12, not by average recruiting ranking.
Like total commits?
Yep.
So we've got Texas Tech. They got 30 kids coming in.
How many 3-stars?
It says 22.
22 3-stars.
TCU's got 34 kids coming in. 28 are 3-stars.
28 3-stars. This is what I was saying. If you want to have a top recruiting class in the country, like the Buffs could easily have a top 15 recruiting class in the country if Coach Prime wanted to bring in 22 3-star kids.
Sure.
It's just not his style.
Yeah.
And so, on the whole, when you combine recruiting, the high school ranks, and then you include the transfer portal, Colorado's winning. Also, when you talk about the caliber of player they are bringing in, on average, Colorado is winning. Mm-hmm. And then there's this. You look at the top viewed teams in the country this year. And obviously, Colorado is way up there.
Yep.
They are number 3 in terms of average viewers per game. Now, obviously, they got knocked down heavily by Pac-12 network matchups. But Colorado averaged 6 million viewers per game. They're just behind Ohio State, who averaged 6.05, and Alabama 7.12. No surprise there. But you keep scrolling, and you keep scrolling, and you keep scrolling, and you keep scrolling. Well, if you take out Texas and Oklahoma, there's not a Big 12 team in the top 32 most viewed teams in college football this year. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, you have Colorado at number 3. Is Colorado straight up primed to be the face of the Big 12?
I think so. I mean, obviously, you just put the TV numbers out there. And that was just year 1 last year. We're just getting started here.
Yes.
Imagine if Colorado was in these games that they were losing by 1 possession. You know, the Oregon State game where they came back at the end. UCLA, where I think that was a 10 or 11-point game. It was kind of over early on. But when you have an improved offensive line and you just give Shedeur more chances, more bites at the apple to make big plays and score touchdowns, that's must-see TV. If Travis Hunter doesn't get targeted and knocked out of games, like the ratings are even higher this last year. So they scratched the surface, I think.
Yeah,
they weren't even good.
I know, and that's really kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, what's going to happen when weeks 8 through 12 are high leverage games for Colorado with a lot on the line?
Yes.
You're going to get more 10, 12 million view games. To me, it's you combine these two things, and I'm mostly just combining them because we're in recruiting season right now with that tomorrow, and then Brett McMurphy put out this report on the views, on how many people are watching the games. But when you combine the fact that Colorado is winning in recruiting in the Big 12, and they're the by far the most popular team in the new Big 12, this is adding up for Colorado to be the program of the Big 12. And
sure.
It might be one of the most underrated aspects of going to the Big 12. Obviously, I've been a long-time believer that we're going to end up with 2 conferences at the end of this.
Sure.
Colorado, as of right now, is still primed to be in that. If there were to be another reshaking up tomorrow where it's going down to 2, Colorado's entering that. But this little move to the Big 12 at this exact moment in time may end up being Rick George's legacy of he positioned Colorado to go into a major conference. It's down to the Power 4 next year and be the team. Now, we'll see when they get out on the field. Like, is Colorado ready to win the Big 12 next year? I'm not sure. But when you are going to be the most popular team in the conference and you're winning the recruiting battles, you're going to be the team of that conference eventually, whether that's next year or the year after.
Well, look, man, just looking through the Big 12 right now, Colorado has the best quarterback in the conference and the best overall player. No one can touch Travis Hunter, I know for a fact.
Yep.
You can throw out, Jalen Daniels at Kansas. You can throw out Cam Rising at Utah. Even Fafita at Arizona in the best quarterback conversation. But for my money, they have the best quarterback and the best overall player in this conference.
Yeah. And the most valuable piece of a program in Coach Prime.
Sure.
So, again, there's a lot of pressure on them to put it all together on the field next year, because the opportunity next year is massive. Like Utah is obviously going to be a force. Maybe Arizona caught lightning in a bottle this year. Maybe they're able to back it up and run it back next year.
Yeah.
But the door is wide open to go and win this thing in year one. You obviously have to be a much better football team than you were last year, but you've already come in and solidified a lot of your gaps. I just think it's very notable. Like, the Big 12 is going to be viewed as the Colorado Conference very soon.
You're spot on. Ollie Gordon is not in the portal. He never entered. That was a fake On3 account tweet. KingJoseph Edwards is scheduled to commit this evening. I think 7:30 Eastern, 5:30 Mountain Time. No changes to the top three. It's still Syracuse, FSU, or CU. Again, I wouldn't get my hopes up too much. It seems like the Nick Williams connection is why he was so closely tied to Colorado. Just went on the official visit to Syracuse last weekend, I think it was. So, yeah. Never say never, but...
Yeah. We'll see. This is a kid who, no matter what ends up happening, I'm going to root for big time.
He seems just like a great overall kid.
He does. And we always talk about recruiting is relationships.
Yep.
And you would not blame him to go to Syracuse and follow Nick Williams and also get a great education, which I think, is always underrated in this whole thing. But we'll see. We'll see. He's still been showing Colorado the love.
He has.
So we'll see.
Coach Prime in that same AP interview or conference call or whatever it was, said Shedeur is going to be healthy enough for spring football this year. I think we all expected that, but it's just good to hear that Shedeur's not suffered any setbacks. He's on schedule to be healthy and just go through the offseason as normal.
It sounds like no surgery necessary.
Yes.
So that's huge as well. Just stay off the slopes, Shedeur.
Yeah. He's been taking it easy from what it sounds like.
Yep.
Finally, two more things. We'll do this one first. We talked a lot about Caden Green with the Phil Lodeholt connection. He went to Missouri. A lot of talks of tampering with that one. A lot.
There's tampering everywhere.
Of course there is.
I mean, every player that transferred, for the most part, was tampered with, especially the early transfers. If they're still sitting out there, then they might not have tampered. They might not have known that everyone else was tampering. And my advice to all college athletes who want to enter the transfer portal is embrace tampering.
Yeah.
Know your next move before you make know your second move before you make your first move.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they show up with, a couple mils on the porch.
Missouri is, man.
Where did this money come from?
Have you seen Ozark?
No.
I've been watching Ozark with my brother. Crazy show, by the way. But I don't know.
I need to watch more shows.
So do I.
Feels like it just makes you more in tune with what's going on.
I don't know. There's money everywhere, I guess.
What happens in Ozark?
Ozark is... Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Ozark is about a guy who lives in Chicago who works for the cartel who's a money launderer.
Okay.
He has to run to the Ozarks in Missouri.
Okay.
And he has this whole new life and all this stuff. Still dealing with it all.
I stopped watching Breaking Bad though. I couldn't make it through the whole show.
Why, bro?
I can't stand shows where the protagonist always makes the wrong decision. And like, oh, now they're in another mess. Got to find their way out.
You may not like Ozark then.
Okay, all right.
It's pretty similar.
There's so many times where I'm like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
I can only do it so many times.
You like Ozark more?
Yeah.
Really?
I couldn't get into Breaking Bad either.
I'm going through the last season right now, so it's pretty damn intense.
All right.
All right, last thing. It happened. Dylan Raiola flipped from Georgia to Nebraska.
So, I didn't tweet about this because I just didn't feel like...
I didn't even want to...
Yeah. I just didn't feel like dealing with those people last night. But we have to discuss the fact that that is the single corniest commitment post in college football history. Like, it makes sense that a guy's going to the Cornhuskers when he dropped that AI-ass poem in his commitment post. That's the worst thing I've ever seen.
It's this is a kid who is committed to 3 colleges and has been to 3 high schools over the last 3 seasons.
As I said to you guys before the show, he's going to be a legend at Pitt when he's in his third college, 6th season.
6th season,
Yep.
got the waiver.
Yep. I'll just say this. I hope that Nebraska starts a true freshman in week 2 against Colorado.
This is what I was getting to. This looks like probably their starting quarterback this next year.
Who else would they even turn to?
I mean, everyone left.
I guess there's a rumor that Casey Thompson might transfer back
Oh,
to Nebraska.
come on.
I know.
That's just like not a good look, though.
I know.
What did he even do
Which
this
that was a
last
bad
year?
move for both sides to transfer. I think he went to like Florida Atlantic or something.
Yeah, you're right with Tom Herman.
Yep.
Wow, he only played in 3 games. Only threw 79 passes, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Bring him back.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I just still have PTSD from him against Colorado in the Alamo Bowl.
Yeah.
When he was at Texas.
Yeah.
Which he would go Texas, Nebraska, Florida, Atlanta, Nebraska. Sounds like Dylan Raiola's for future path. But yeah, normally I would have just let this go, but I can't let that poem slide.
Should we read it?
No,
Okay.
that's too cringy.
Go check it out though. It's certainly something. Like, what was the point of that? He didn't even like say committed in that or anything. It was just like him showing off his like hobby of writing poems or something.
He was showing off Chat GPT 4.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Lane Kiffin got an extension.
Good for Lane.
The Lane train's rolling too.
Is it?
They're the number 1 transfer class in the country right now. They're probably gonna get Walter Nolan.
Wow. Lane train's rolling with Nolan.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin, number 2 on the Big Game Boomer swaggiest coaches rankings, I think.
Probably the best Twitter game in all of college football. Head coaching
Oh, it sounds like
groups too.
Casey Thompson tore his ACL.
Oh, is that what happened?
But still, he was 5 touchdowns to 5 interceptions before the.
Oh yeah, Purdy's little brother's there, right?
He's not transferring?
Did he not? What's his first name?
Chubba?
Chubba. It says he plays for Nebraska.
Okay. I just figured he was transferring since they're like doing anything and everything they can to replace him.
I mean, bring on the true freshman.
But they also tried to get Kyle McCord.
Yeah. Well, it's probably because Raiola was coming.
That he didn't come,
Yeah.
which makes no sense.
I mean, if 5-star comes in, they're gonna play.
But what year is McCord?
I think he's going into his 3rd year.
Okay.
I think his first year was Stroud's last year. And then he obviously started this whole season. He's just not good, though. He's not.
All right, fair enough. I hope honestly, they can give me Chubba Choo Choo or Dylan Raiola in week 2. I don't care.
They'll fumble it away anyway.
Exactly. Thank you. You're learning so fast.
Thanks, man. Shout out to our friends at Red Hawk Roofing. Don't wait until the snow hits to address your roof. Hit up these guys. They're fans of DNVR. They do their work with quality materials. They've got decades of experience and a quick response time. Hit them up for a free no-obligation roof and property inspection. You also get a free in-depth photo report for all inspections. If you're looking for a new roof over your home or business, be sure to check out Red Hawk Roofing at redhawkroofing.com and tell them the DNVR fam sent you. And then, game time.
Shout out Game Time. Use the code BUFFS, BUFFS, to unlock $20 off of your next ticketing purchase. And as you guys know, Game Time's the best. You want to go to a local sporting event, a concert, whatever it is, pull up Game Time and get in on their fantastic last-minute deals. The longer you wait, the more those tickets drop. So pull up to the stadium, wait as long as you can, have a couple beers on the tailgate of your car, and then pull out that app, Game Time app, use the code BUFFS, and unlock $20 off of your first purchase from Game Time.
McCord was a 2021 recruit. He was a junior last year.
Okay. It sounds like he has 1 year of eligibility left.
He's got one more school in him after he graduates this year and enters the portal again.
Pitt?
Yeah, Pitt. Wake Forest.
Get ready, Pitt. Legend on the way.
Boston College, something. What's up, chat? Hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We'd appreciate your 5-star review as well. Tennessee fans, man. They're everywhere today.
Aunt Gloria's wrong.
Patrick's asking, can transfer sign tomorrow also? I have no idea.
What transfers sign is a financial aid agreement, and it's not binding in any way.
Mm-hmm.
So most of them, if they've announced their commitment, may have already signed their financial aid agreement, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything.
Right. Master says, any word on McClellan from Florida? He just visited this last weekend, obviously.
Still feel good about that one.
We do. Patience. Will Shepard took till Thursday to commit last week? Wednesday or Thursday? And then we had the Wade twins commit, I think, the day after that. So
I think it was Thursday and Friday.
So there you go. Some patience. Isaiah says, any news on any Colorado player going into the portal today? I haven't seen any.
Nope.
We're up to 12 transfers out. Here, let me pull up
Who's latest, Mikey?
Trent Carrizosa.
Ah, yes. I'm going to... If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
He's a cool kid.
Okay, there you go. There's something nice.
No, we met him.
He was nice. He was nice to us.
Yeah, he DM'd me when he entered the portal and stuff, said thanks to us and everything. So
damn.
Yeah.
All right, there's plenty of nice things to say about him.
We're up to, according to the Prime Tracker at thednvr.com. Also, check out our new website. Super slick.
Slick. Snazzy.
Prime Tracker's on the front page right now. 12 transfers out. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scholarship players out of the 12. The rest have been walk-ons.
Wow. They shouldn't be called in the transfer portal if they're a walk-on.
I know.
They should be called a walk-off.
Rare form from my guy today.
They walked off. Now they're walking on somewhere else.
Maybe. Or maybe the portal swallows them up. That's what happened last year.
I hate that.
I mean, the stat is still something crazy. What, 60, 70% of the kids that enter the portal don't come back out?
Damn, dude. Would you enter anywhere that 67% of people don't come out of it once they go in it?
I mean, what's your choice, though? Just get told you're not going to be helping this team out anymore, even as a walk-on?
Yeah, just try to be the CVO, Chief Vibes Officer. Just like, I'm not going to play, but I'll just try and bring the vibes.
Wayne asks,
That's Caleb Presley.
Who is that?
He's the one who does like the Sunday conversations. He like kind of like does those bit questions.
Yeah.
That was like his job. He was that for North Carolina. Just the vibes guy.
Isn't that your role?
And he made a whole career
for
out of it.
CU?
That's what I was going to do. Director of vibes. Vibes coordinator.
They pulled the offer from you.
Yeah, they haven't come through with the offer sheet, but that's basically what I do here. So
that is true. We'll have to get Neely on it then. We'll tell Neely that we got to get you back in for CVO. Is that what we're calling it?
Yes.
Wayne's asking, I seen somewhere on the internet that Coach Prime is looking for a lifetime contract with CU. Thoughts? Who knows if it's true, but what do you think? I don't think Coach Prime's I don't know. I don't think he's worried about it, honestly.
I think he'll take a contract extension.
Sure. Everyone would. Why
no
not?
one no one wants a lifetime contract.
We're entering year 2 of a 5-year deal though.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I mean, all of those numbers are irrelevant. It's
Yeah.
like win and you get a new deal every time.
Plus, I thought I saw somewhere that the renegotiating window for them is after the 25 season.
What do you mean?
That's when there's the clause in the contract, apparently, that they'll renegotiate an extension potentially or something.
I'm sure they extend before that.
Okay. Reef's asking, there's no Big 12 network, correct? Thankfully not.
Thank God.
We're saved.
There was the Longhorn Network.
There was.
That was another conference network failure.
Yep. You can do Kamada's. Fox and ESPN.
Yeah.
That's where we live on now.
Thank
on
God.
national television.
Is every game guaranteed to be on one of those two? So it's like ESPN, ESPN2, Fox, or Fox Sports 1?
I'm pretty sure that's who they signed the media deal with.
Yeah, I think so too. I just don't know. Like, I just remember when the Pac-12 started, it was like every game is guaranteed to, at the very least, be on the Pac-12 network.
Let's see. I guess NBC's in there too. Oh wait, no, that's for the Big 10. Oh, no, this is an old article.
All right. I assume every game is guaranteed to be televised. I wonder what like the worst one you can get. Like, is there like an ESPN news slot? Like,
I mean, we'll probably get thrown on FS1 and stuff maybe a few
we're
times.
gonna be on FS1 and ESPN. Well, we're gonna be on Fox and ESPN most games.
Yes,
especially as long as we're in the hunt.
exactly. This article from ESPN from Pete Thamel says just ESPN and Fox.
Okay, sounds like ESPN Plus is the bottom, maybe? Makes sense.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I can't remember using ESPN Plus for too many games this year, though. Especially like Power 5 games.
I mean, because you weren't watching like UCF versus Kansas.
True.
Actually, that would have been a good
But
game. I would have watched that.
I'm probably going to have to go back and watch some of that here soon, so I'll find out.
Yeah,
very shortly.
Yeah, whatever. I'm so annoyed that these other Pac-12 schools are coming.
Really?
I kind of wish we could just get rid of them.
This
I
is
just
our
want
home.
all new vibes.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens with the ACC, I guess, so.
Yeah. All right.
Mr. DW says, what do you think about what Chip Kelly said about realignment? This is a damn near segment 2 today. I think it's a fantastic idea. It's something that needs to happen. It's something we've talked about.
The all independent, essentially.
Yes, just throw everyone together. Make it, like he said, a 64, 65 team conference. Sell that to the TV.
That's what I've been saying forever. When he said the whole thing about like Amazon and Nike
Yes,
or whatever,
yeah,
I was
that
like,
was straight up.
That's my shit.
Yeah. Also, something that we've talked about a lot on the draft pod too is like we need a college football commissioner. Like, separate yourself from the NCAA. Let the other sports do their own thing. Let them, let softball play in the Pac-12 or whatever. Shoot, even basketball. Like, why not?
Yeah.
And then football just is its own thing. I mean, we're already on the way to semi-professionalism or just straight up professionalism as it is.
Yep.
So market it as that. Sell it as that. You'll probably make more money that way.
Here's a great question from Bird. The plan for tomorrow. So here's what we're going to do. Jake and I are going to pull up to the office nice and early.
Okay.
And wait. And if big news breaks, we'll be live as soon as we possibly can. Obviously, there's studio schedules. and things of that nature that we have to deal with.
Yep.
But we'll be here waiting on the news. And then, if nothing happens before 1:30, we'll obviously be live for our normal 1:30. And then we'll probably hang out for a little while just in case anything happens before, the evening happens. And then we'll go home. So there you go. We will be on deck waiting for anything to happen. We talked about kind of doing like a live stream, but there's too much chance of us just sitting here all day.
Exactly.
With nothing happening. So we'll...
you'll get more arcade puns.
Yeah, it's just me making puns for 5 hours, which, hey, I don't know. You guys have been showing me the love for that in the comments today. So, yeah, we'll basically just be on deck waiting for something to happen, ready to record as soon as it does. And then we'll recap everything at the end.
It's also important to note, tomorrow's like the big day, but the early signing period goes through Friday.
Gotcha. Oh, nothing worse than when one of your recruits doesn't sign on the first day.
Oh, my God. Thankfully, we didn't have any of that last year. Hopefully, it's the same. Cooper with the 521 super chat. Just joining, you might have discussed, but do you think we have a shot at Ellis Robinson can talk prime signing day without number 1 CB? Let me pull him up. We talked about him a lot early in the offseason last year. Did he visit? I can't remember if he visited or not.
I can't remember if he did either. I feel like that one was never really in the mix.
Yeah, that might have been one where he just threw CU in the his top schools or whatever, and then
the vague emojis are getting intense on Twitter.
Do we want to play again?
Who's going to be next? Is that what you're saying?
No, let's play the Vague Emoji game.
Oh, yeah, we should play. Well, no, I thought we were doing that on Fridays. Were you doing a special edition of the Vague Emoji game because it's signing day eve?
I mean, it's Vague Emoji time on Twitter apparently today.
So you're going to throw out a random one?
Me or you? Yeah. I can do it again, or if you want to get on the Vague Emoji game.
All right, what do we? You got to help me pick.
What are we looking at here?
The vaguest emoji of the day.
The vaguest emoji of the day. The fish cake was a great choice, by the way.
Thank you.
I feel like foods are good ones. Maybe something like a boomerang. Ooh, a boomerang would that'd cause some commotion.
That is. It's almost like too
closely.
Yeah, like
tied.
too on the nose. People are gonna be like someone who like left and then came back. Real Casey Thompson situation.
I mean, how vague do you want to get? Because you could do like a pawn and chess.
All right, let's do it.
That is in.
I got it.
You got it?
Yep, I was right on top of it when you said that, so it was perfect.
There you go. Throw out the pawn.
All right. There it is. Vague emoji of the day is the pawn emoji. And it's out. If you know, you know.
I just get people like replying to me with the fish cake now.
Jake, fish cake, fish cake Jake. That's what they call him.
Please. Anything else? Super chat from Chase says Charles Lester set up a dorm room registry with a humidor on it. Sounds like a man coming to Colorado. #humidor gate.
A humidor?
Where?
Like for cigars?
A humidifier?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm looking up Charles Lester. I want to see what he's got on this registry.
Why
now.
does he have a registry?
I don't know. Well, okay. Let's go through this tweet. He said, signing day / going away celebration, December 23rd. Dorm gifts are appreciated. Registered on Amazon, Charles Lester.
All right.
Hold on. Hold on here. I've never looked up a registry on Amazon. I don't really know how to do this.
Vague emoji already has 6 retweets and 26 likes. Also, someone responded chess, not checkers, which is actually, I love that when you turned my vague emoji into a bar.
Yeah. I don't know how to find
right.
Amazon gift registry.
All right. Well,
One more super chat from East Coast Kev. Let's be honest, Jordan Seaton, as good as he is, goes to one of these Big Ten schools, he'd be just another lineman, no major publicity for him. We've talked a lot about this.
It's not true. I don't think that's fair. Anytime you're getting the number one offensive lineman in the country, there's going to be buzz, but you're not going on ESPN to make your commitment without the Coach Prime connections. So he knows. I think he knows that he has a chance to build a long-term brand here, which is just rare. Like Jason Kelsey is maybe the only like offensive lineman with a brand.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a chance to, be special.
I mean, yeah, it's different here at Colorado, and they need the help. And he's coming here to the hashtag was Save Us Jordan Seaton. He said the savior.
Yep. By the way, if you really were staying in Florida, you do not need a humidifier. But that's different than a humidor, which would be a place to store cigars.
I didn't know what a humidor was, honestly.
Have you ever been to like a cigar shop?
Yeah.
I love the smell of a cigar shop. But like you go in the humidor, that's where they keep the cigars so they don't dry out.
Oh, I found Charles Lester's dorm supply gift list.
Okay. This is elite college football shit.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So we've got basics here. We got like silverware, knife set, kitchen utensils, cutting boards.
Okay.
There's a TV, a microwave. I mean, this is basic.
Ski goggles.
I'm trying to
Hester
see.
job gloves.
It is a humidifier, not a humidor.
Okay.
Dude, got an air fryer in there.
Humidifier in Florida?
I guess.
The Breeze is a humidifier.
My guy's just trying to stock up on the essentials here. Pillows, pots and pans, a mop, broom and dustpan.
Do you
hangers?
Do you use a humidifier?
I don't.
You just wake up like with your eyes completely dry? Or
I guess. I've lived up at this elevation like all my life.
So have I.
I don't know.
You're just chilling in the morning? You don't feel like you like SpongeBob out of water?
No, I mean I do grab the water bottle and chug water right away. It's one of the first things, but
I got like if I don't keep that thing humid, I've got to like get up, splash water in my face, chug water.
I always use a humidifier when I'm sick.
Okay.
But it's never been like, oh, it's winter, time to break out the humidifier for me.
Sometimes, yeah, no, I gotta get the humidifier out in the winter. So there you go, Charles Lester to Colorado. It's locked. Chestnut checkers.
A $55 trash can is on his list.
Jeez. Yeah. Sounds like Dylan Raiola NIL money.
I mean, my guy needs sheets. He needs towels. Some cups. 24 set of cups.
Just regular cups? Also, why would you need 24 cups in your dorm room?
That's what it is.
All right.
That's amazing.
Fun times.
East Coast Kev again said, oh, wait, no, this is the same one. Oh, is it? Would Seaton have been on Undisputed or Rich Eisen if he goes anywhere else? He made the right choice. I hope he stays. Exactly.
Yep.
Someone posted, I can't remember who on Twitter, his following's gone up double. He had 16K followers on Instagram. He's up to 30K now.
Yep.
He's completely gotten it the whole time. I really think he's just like fucking around.
Someone said you can't spell Charles Lester without chess.
Oh, they're going to just make all the theories.
You guys are good. I love it.
4D chess. Anything else? That was a fun show.
That was fun. Good stuff all around.
Oh, man. Early signing day tomorrow. Get ready. Lock in.
We'll be ready.
It's going to be fun. Can't wait.
Cannot wait.
We'll
see what happens. Let's go Buffs.
We all silly.